Hello, beautiful, brilliant Black women, Goddess born all. I hope you are doing well and that you are holding yourselves, your daughters, granddaughters, nieces, and goddess daughters uplifted, held sacred, and protected. Now, I'm going to talk to you just a little bit and explain what a warrior is, because again, that's just a point of contention for me, girl. When I'm talking to Black women and I'm talking about concealed carry and I'm talking about taking your own security in your hands as a grown ass Black woman, I get different types of pushback, but this particular thing irritates me when someone is saying to me, well, we're not all warriors. I'm very well aware of that. Okay. Warriors are not, every Black woman is not warrior born. I understand that. I happen to be a goddess born warrior. I happen to be trained in different aspects of being a leader and a general. That is while I believe a lot of Black women are leaders, a lot of Black girls are born goddess born. Most Black girls are born goddess born, and many of our daughters who are goddess born are then elemental, which means they have a cacophony of extraordinary powers, right? But we've been taught as Black women and programmed to believe that we are nothing. So, and what's happened is other people have used violence as a method to control us, our bodies, and our thinking. So when I say I understand that we are not all warrior born, I don't believe that we understand exactly what a warrior is. I'm not talking about a soldier. I'm not talking about women who are Black women who are specifically just healers, because a warrior is actually a warrior and a healer too. It necessitates both. And I'm going to read a little bit of something from The Art of War, because I need for us to understand that, right? As we're thinking about bringing our energies back into ourselves and using our energy instead of chasing behind Black men, listening to their crap unless we're listening to them as the ops, and just to know what they're saying and how we strategize. And doing all of these things based on a patriarchal rule or quote unquote standards, and their system of hierarchy, creating scarcity. And in that hierarchy, males are on top just simply because they're males, not because they got it here and in other ways, right? So something we need to understand, and that's why we had the Red Summer and the different things that happened to us. We need to understand that if Black men were built and all of that to be leaders, then why are they begging you to let them lead? I don't beg people to let me lead. I am a leader. I've been trained as such. Okay. I do have some inborn abilities, but I've also been highly trained. Okay. So, one thing about it is I do believe we are going to have to get very serious about building infrastructure for ourselves as Black women, our Black girls, and our children at large. There is a way to raise your your sons. And it is not true that you can't raise good sons. We've done so. But what I find is true is that when we attempt to raise them by patriarchal rules, that's where it doesn't work out. Okay? Because your sons, daughters, whether they're LGBTQ, no matter what the shade they are, all of these things, the skin tone or whatever y'all like to do to separate people out, they are human for the most part. Okay, so we can choose to no longer raise our sons by the rules of patriarchy. That's never worked for us, by the way. It hasn't worked for 4,000 years. And we as Black women are the oldest and most evolved group. So if you're going to build infrastructure, say hospitals, education, a justice department, a governing body, all the things that you would need, all the different trade, commerce, all the things that you need to build infrastructure. Here's something that we miss as Black women, okay? This is a part of building infrastructure. The nation could not be without armies or generals, particularly in the face of constant barbarism, threats, and ongoing conflict with volatile people. Black men are unaliving us every 4.5 hours a day. That's almost 6 Black women or Black girls a day. That number substantially increases if the Black woman is either trans or pregnant. Many famous thinkers, including Sun Tzu, have pondered the major questions of government, administration, and military organization, the nature of courage, and the establishment of policies to stimulate the state's material property. So, you can't develop a realm of your own, in a sense, if you are unwilling to also develop a military, a intelligence service, and all of these things. All of these things are necessary as well. So let me tell you something about warriors. This is what Sun Tzu said, the originator of the art of war. He said, in general, the method for employing the military is this: